This is Mind's Eye Mathematics. Growing images in students' minds is always my objective. So this is my activity for introducing the idea of fractions. So why I like it is there's lots of different shapes that they're just focusing on creating equal pieces. And I've used the idea of the Slice It app, and which gives you 2 lines, and you have to split the object into 4 equal pieces. Okay, so that's a pretty easy, nice one to start with. You will need a pencil and definitely an eraser, and tell the students to write lightly because they're going to be doing lots of erasing. So the most common one I see is, whoops, this guy and here. Okay, so now notice how when I draw the lines, I draw it from one edge to the other edge. So it has to be, it can't be, I can't draw like a line like that, which is only part way across the image. Now I could draw a line like this because I'm from one edge to another edge of the square. Okay, so but the task is you have 2 lines and you have to create 4, sorry, I'm holding the camera in my other hand, so it's going to be a little bit shaky. So yeah, so you need to just create 4 equal pieces. So I have accomplished my task, and now I need to say, are the pieces equal? In this case, it's pretty easy to make them equal, but that won't always be true. So the question I like to ask them is, if this was a pizza, is there one piece that you're like, oh, I want that piece because it's so much bigger than the rest? And if that is the case, then you need to readjust your lines so that you make them all the same size. They do not need to be the same shape, but they have to be approximately pretty close to the same size. It'll be hard to know if they're exact. So anyways, another option for this picture, and there's lots of different ways you could do it, the student just has to be able to argue that their shapes are approximately the same size. So they could do this. Oh no, I couldn't do that, because actually that would be, so this, even though it creates 4 equal pieces, I'm using now 3 lines. 1, 2, 3. So this would be a fail. So this does not meet the description. So that one you could not do. So there's lots of different shapes here. There's 3 pages. And the last page is a challenge question, which is quite difficult. And on this challenge question, this does not count as one of your lines. So you have to use 4 lines and split it into 8 pieces. Okay? But this does not count as one of your 4 lines. So, because the students will ask that. Okay. So the other thing is, so like let's look at this one. So we need 3 lines and split into 6 equal pieces. Okay, so this one's going to be a little bit more challenging. Now I've done trial and error with this to figure this out. So I'm going to draw one of my lines there, and I'm going to draw another one of my lines here and another here. Oh, but I can see, okay, well this isn't going to be right because these pieces are definitely bigger than these pieces. So I need to move that line. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of erasing and readjusting to try and make this correct. Oh, that's probably not good either. Anyways, so they're going to have to, and maybe this guy needs to be moved up a little bit, because see how skinny this is, and then it gets wider, right? So maybe even this guy needs to move up a bit. It's hard to position my hand when I'm looking through the camera. Sorry. Okay, so maybe something like that. So it's not going to be an exact science. There has to just be a, I think it's this, because even once again I'm looking at this, I'm going, oh no, I would change those. But the the point being is they have to be able to argue that their pieces are equal and why they're equal. And they notice how they are not the same shape. So here is a triangle, right? And then here is a quadrilateral. So it might be a way of even using some language to describe shapes while talking to the students. Now, an extension of this activity might be, once you have a solution, you can shade in maybe some of them and then describe it in fraction form, just to connect it to the symbols. So this is going to be 2 of 6 pieces. Okay, and then we can maybe talk about the fact that, oh, if we move this piece here, then it could actually be considered 1/3 or 1 of 3 pieces if we took this line out, right? So there's lots of discussions that we could have regarding that. But it gets across the idea of fractions being equal, the pieces are equal sizes. That's the piece that's important. Good luck with the activity. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know how it goes.